Okay, guys, Akia from December's Divine. We were speaking on the karmic's major conflict during this time of this lunar cycle. And of course, the moon card came out. I'm so sorry about that glare. The moon card came out. Okay? So there are lots of secrets. Okay? I believe these karmics, honestly, the divine masculine and his family. And like I told you guys, karmics can be family members. And in this reading, I am picking up so heavily matriarch, if I'm saying that right, matriarch energy, mother energy, but just family energy in general. 111 was on the clock when I mentioned the mother. Okay. The moon has a lot to do with mother. Okay. If the sun is the father, which we just got out in reverse, the moon is the mother. Okay. The nurturing, the lessons in the life, nurturing, nature versus nurture, all of the things and the conditionings that you pick up very early in life, sometimes even in vitro, within the womb. Okay. I've read that fetuses inside the womb can pick up on a mother's emotional state even while inside of her stomach. And those fears and emotions of the mother can be passed on through the child. But that's another whole story. We were talking about the conflict of the karmic. Okay, there are secrets that she's keeping from the masculine. There are things that she's holding over the masculine's head, deep secrets, blackmail, manipulation, trickery. A lot of these karmics are stealing money from the masculines, divine masculine. Some of them have been in situations where they have done things together and they're using that. Some know secrets about the divine masculine, and some of the ones who are separated from the divine masculine are already exposing. Okay, but the ones who have not, or who are on the brinks of being left, trying to get control of the situation, they are threatening to reveal certain truths. Okay. The karmic also thinks that the divine masculine is keeping, some huge secret. Like I said, current energy, her focus was on this victory, the 6 of Wands. That's obviously not going to be with her. In her current energy, there is the King of Cups, 3 of Swords in reverse. She's unhappy with not being fulfilled, being left out in the cold, possibly, wanting to look at other options in their heads, despair, anxiety about moving forward, wanting to not hold on any longer to a situation that is fruitless, and, 10 of Swords, just wanting to be over it because it no longer is serving them financially, emotionally, or any way. And we all know that karmics love to be in control. So that brings us back to the moon card as part of the conflict the major conflict for the karmics, okay? And this card just exemplifies the family ties here, okay? This is Cancer season. You know, the moon card, astrological correspondent to the moon card is Pisces, but in my interpretation as a reader, I definitely think the moon card represents Cancer, okay? But definitely water energy. This is still Cancer season. We have the crab there. I feel like that's representing, you know, someone coming out of their shell. Truth being illuminated. The moon is shining down the light onto a path, a clear path. And at the end of that path, there is a horizon. And somebody wants to get there. Somebody wants to get there. So with the solar eclipse, things were uprooted. And with Mercury retrograde, things were revisited. And with this full moon in Capricorn and this lunar eclipse, things are being felt. Okay? And once we get past this cycle, this shift, truth is coming out. Okay? And that's a big, huge conflict for the karmic. Because a lot of their tricks, a lot of their manipulation is no longer working. Because a lot of the divine masculine, there's a group of divine masculine who are definitely awakening, who are definitely recognizing with the push from the divine, recognizing what is serving them in life. And they're making some real steps toward clearing out the toxicity in their lives. There are divine masculines and there are karmics who are definitely being judged and going through karma right now. So yes, this is a major conflict. The moon. All right. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The karmic can be either of those signs. Let's see what else we get. What else can we get for the current conflict for the karmics? What else can we get for the current conflict for this karmics right now? Current conflict for the karmics. Current conflict. Goodness. Okay, we'll start with that. Right on top of the moon card, what do we have here? The Lovers. Wow, okay. Right on top of the moon card, we got the Lovers. Lovers. Six. Spiritual number for balance. I'm not surprised this is a major conflict for the karmics. This has been a major conflict for the karmic relationship and for the family members. The karmic does not want the divine masculine to recognize the divine feminine for who she really is. The karmics want to keep the divine masculine in a lower vibrational state, they want to cause blockages. They want to attack his finances. And mind you, this is not just the love interest. This is not just the karmic relationship. This is the family members. Some of them, they're saying even their mothers. Okay? Some of these karmic mothers have never known real love, real divine, not even divine, just a real give and take fulfillment from true love. Some of these karmic mothers are very bitter, and they do not care about the divine masculine's feelings. They care about control. They care about what they can get from the situation, whatever that might be. 11:11 was just on the clock. This is a divine message, you guys, okay? Somebody needs to hear this. These karmic family members, mothers, sisters, uncles, whoever, but they're telling me for sure, matriarch. They never knew fulfillment in a give and take, in a reciprocal type of relationship where two people respected each other and there was freedom in love, because love is freeing. So even our family members, they're our soulmates. Our mothers, our sisters, our brothers, these are our soulmates. These are people that were put here for us to love, learn, and grow from. And with love is freedom. But these karmics are lower vibrational. They don't care about love. They care about control. And they don't care that they are keeping this divine masculine in a lower vibrational state. They want to serve the purpose that they want to serve. And some of these mothers have noticed the connection from the very start and have done many manipulative things to block this union. Okay? The karmic or the divine masculine could be a Gemini. Okay? It's a head over heart decision when you have the lovers here. This is harmony and choosing to recognize something very divine. This is twin flames. This is a divine connection. And this is a conflict for the karmics, because these karmics, and we spoke on the matriarch, but definitely the karmic relationships, they fail to recognize, and they do recognize actually, that this relationship is divine. And at this point, 333, at this point, a lot of these karmics already know who the divine feminine is, and they already know that they are not this divine masculine's divine partner, but they are choosing to put blinders on, and they are choosing to do whatever it takes to cause imbalances and cause conflict in this divine union. It's a huge problem, okay, for them. And I mean, some of these karmic relationships, they're working with the family members, and this has been going on for a long time, these blockages, but a lot of them are seeing, which is what they didn't know, that you can cause delays, but you can never stop what's divine. It's a protected union. Even when the divine masculine and the divine feminine are not together physically, as you can see, these karmics should be able to see that. They have them physically. But his heart and his spirit and his soul is always with the divine feminine. They are twins. They are twins. It's a fated connection. So this is always going to be a conflict. So keep up with the tricks, I guess. But this is always going to be a conflict. That's why the divine is stepping in. Conflict for the karmics. Tower. Can't make this up. The Tower. The divine is stepping in and creating tower moments for these karmics. Okay? The astrological correspondent to the Tower is Mars. Okay? Fire, action, sometimes rage, Aries energy. Sometimes people think of scorpionic energy when in correlation to Mars. The conflict for the karmics is that change is coming. The divine has stepped in because there have been many opportunities with all of these retrograde planets, Pluto and Saturn, all in Capricorn, retrograde. Neptune, retrograde. Most certainly, Pluto and Saturn are the planets of karma. Saturn is the planet of karma. Pluto is the planet of secrets. There have been many opportunities to address the karmic cycles and change patterns, but these karmics have not. They give no fucks. I'm so sorry, but they just don't. And the universe is like, oh, really? Okay. We're stepping in, okay? You're not going to continue to do your tricks on my divine masculine, on my divine son, okay? We're not going to let him be bulldozed over, okay? We're stepping in because you karmics don't give any fucks about free will, okay? So now I'm destroying this. I am waking people up because the things that worked last year are not going to work this year, okay? Rude awakenings, spiritual awakenings. This is a huge conflict for the karmics. And on the flip side, the karmics are trying to create a tower moment for the divine counterparts by doing tricks, okay? Manipulation, blackmail. They're telling me one of the tactics that some of the family members are doing is putting blocks, financial blocks on the divine masculine, because this is what would keep his self-esteem low, okay? What is he going to offer the divine feminine? She's not going to want him if he can't offer anything, not realizing that the divine feminine is not a materialistic person. The only thing that the divine feminine wants from the divine masculine, those who still want the divine masculine, they will always care, but there's a higher purpose here. But the one thing that the divine feminine wants from the divine masculine is truth. Pure, unadulterated truth. Truth. Pure truth. No secrets. Raw, real, openness, accountability. But they are working from a low vibrational energy, and the divine masculine, they're awakening. They're starting to recognize things for what they are. But after death, there's temperance, and in between temperance, in the death, between what stands on the other side of temperance is the death and the devil. So even though a lot of the divine masculines are going through a spiritual awakening, they are very much still surrounded by a lot of low vibing people, and the devil is peeking around every corner, whispering in his ear, working through karmics to create that self-doubt and that self-loathing and that judgment upon himself. And that's how they block. That's how they block the divine masculine's finances, try to block the divine feminine's finances, manipulation. So yes, the karmics are trying to cause tower moments. But more than anything, the divine has stepped in. Okay, and that's a huge conflict for the karmics. Of course, temperance. Oh, I'm sorry, it was in reverse, sorry. So another karmic conflict for the karmics is that there's no sense of balance. They're off their kilter right now. You know, a lot of them thought, okay, this will be easy. They don't know that 2019 was the year that things were going to come full circle. The work is being done for people to recognize, like, go big or go home, or go big or go down, because, you know, the big ones are going up. So they didn't bank on the divine masculine recognizing the light of the divine feminine. They didn't plan on the divine stepping in and shedding light upon the counterparts. Your tricks are starting to be recognized for what they are. The divine masculine is starting to open its eyes up to the people in its life, and the tricks are no longer working. Okay, so these karmics are thrown off balance. They are completely thrown off balance. That goes back to the Eight of Swords, overall energy. It's a quiet, intense time right now, but at the root of it all, these karmics are very much so shook. Okay, knowing what the situation is, but really losing their footing in which drastic manipulation to take this time. Okay, temperance in reverse. All right, so with the Tower, we got scorpionic energy. The karmic could be a Scorpio. The karmic could be a Sagittarius with the temperance here in reverse. So yes, the karmics are frustrated, very frustrated, and they are highly competitive, but secretly. This is the mother energy. This is the karmic partner. They are seething. And they're excessively working behind the scenes, trying to stop this. Okay. What else do we have? Ten of Wands and Ten of Wands and Eight of Pentacles. More earth energy here, Capricorn towards Virgo, more fire energy, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. Okay, Ten of Wands, the karmics. Conflict is that they know this is at the end of a cycle. They're actually trying to avoid the fact that the divine masculine is at the end of this karmic cycle. And he's working hard. He's working diligently to end all of these karmic relationships. And he is highly focused on building something, not just for his divine feminine though. A lot of divine masculines are really working hard, getting focused, trying so hard to figure out what their purpose is in life and trying to focus on like what it is that they want for themselves, not the conditionings of these codependent relationships that stem from their mother. Okay? The karmic relationships they're in right now are just repeats of the codependency that they had with their mothers. They are tired of listening to other people's opinions. They want to be, put on big boy pants. They want to just work hard and do things for themselves and not be stuck in the conditionings and these weird ideologies, this sense of responsibility and secrets and just protecting secrets. It's time to protect themselves and protect their connection. The only connection that they've ever had that has made them feel free, that has made them feel special and cared for. They've been blocked from it over and over again. Some of them didn't even know what they were feeling, but they do know that the one person that ever gave them unconditional love is the one that all these toxic people are telling them to stay away from. And all he's ever really wanted to do was come to this person because he's so drawn to this person. But some of the divine masculine didn't even understand the connection themselves. So they ran. It's not an excuse. But he's starting to realize that these people who were pushing him away from this connection and were negatively speaking on the connection were the same people who never uplifted him, who never helped him, not truly, in the way that he needed to be helped, by seeing his individuality, by being strong, by, standing on his own ideas and being independent and not codependent. Okay, the conflict with the karmics is that they really want to keep the divine masculine burdened. They want to keep him stressed. They like him immature and codependent. They don't want to see him come out of this Ten of Wands. And they are working hard, diligently, okay? Eight of Pentacles. They're working diligently to find creative ways, and they're focused on creating blockages. To keep the divine masculine stuck right where he is, in this low vibrational energy and in these crazy karmic cycles. Oh. All right, guys. So sorry, I am a little bit tired. I've been working so hard this week, but I told myself I need to get a full reading out for you guys. And not to mention, like I said, I just was led to do this reading because the energy is so murky. Like a silent murkiness, like a swamp, you know, at twilight, and just all this, you know, on a smoggy summer night, and just the steam is coming up from this swamp, and you can see it with the moonlight, like just stuff brewing, okay? And just the energy of just heavy secrets, okay? My second house is in Capricorn. Mercury is in Capricorn in my chart. So I am, you know, affected heavily by the retrograde, my communication, my energy. Jupiter is in my 8th house natally in Cancer, but I'm a Sagittarius stellium. I have a Sagittarius stellium, meaning 3 or more planets in one house, one sign, and that's Sagittarius. So have a heavily Sagittarius in my chart, heavy Scorpio, and Earth, because I am a Taurus moon. I'm a Leo Mars. Mars is in Leo right now, and you know, Mercury is retrograde in Leo. So it's been a really intense kind of couple weeks for me. And I've been working a lot. I'm a healer, I'm an esthetician, a skincare therapist, and just been really working a lot, working on a lot of different projects for the channel, and so many ideas, like a lot of mental energy at the same time, getting a lot of downloads. Intuition is really heightened, so I've been, like I've said, force warding it, resting a lot. Energy's been a little bit drained, but I'm gonna get these readings out for you guys, and I'm gonna, you know, start the zodiac signs this week, starting with Aries, so it's really exciting. But anyway, let's get through this reading, okay? What's not being said by the karmics? So we've already addressed the karmics current energy, and then we have addressed the conflict. So now we're going to do some clarifiers, okay? I've already shuffled this deck, guys. I also want you guys to know that, you know, I don't date my readings ever, because, like, what is time? What is time really, you know? But when I do the astrological signs, I might just do, you know, monthly, just for the month. But honestly, I'm thinking about not doing that. Because, you know, whenever someone comes across a reading, it's just for them. If it resonates with you, it's just for you, you know? And some readers don't like to do karmic readings, but in my opinion, I'm a Sagittarius, okay? I'm a Scorpio rising. I have Scorpio in my 12th house. I have Uranus in my 12th house, so I think outside the box. And I have a whole special way that I read cards. I'm really intuitive with my readings. Of course, I really do. Like, I mean, I have, my midhaven is in Virgo in the 10th house. So, I mean, I do have my ways where I like things to be specific, and I get a little OCD, but for the most part, I don't have any, like, specific way that I, like, lay out my cards. I lay out my cards how I want to, as many number of cards as I want to. I just pick up the messages, and sometimes Spirit just spits things out of my mouth, like certain things, and I'm just like, what? Like, I was supposed to say that? Like, but so sorry if I offend anybody for not having a specific way that I do things, but all my life I've never had a specific way that I've done anything. People always thought I was weird. Okay. My mother passed away when she was 27 years old. I was 9 years old, and I don't know, only girl, had to use my imagination quite a bit. I would get quite a bit of visions, that I had no idea what was going on, but long story, one day I'll explain it to you guys, but I loved to drown out the visions and the dreams and all of that. Meeting my twin flame, my divine masculine, and going through all of the things I went through during that phase totally brought all of the gifts crashing back in, okay? And it's still a process. So, all right, guys, enough on me. Why am I rambling? Like, what is happening? What is happening? Cancer season, boy, I tell you. Anyway, so we're going to clarify. I really want to clarify that Six of Wands that came out right away in this energy for the karmics, even though I already know it's going to have something to do with the divine masculine, the divine feminine. Can we clarify the Six of Wands? Why is the Six of Wands nobly over there? Why is the Six of Wands over there? Oops, something kind of turned over. What was that? What was that popped out of there? Wow. Oh, well, maybe it'll come back out, but... Oh. The Fool. The Fool. Clarifying the Six of Wands is the Fool in their karmic's current energy. Okay. Uranus is the correspondent of the Fool. Uranus is all about different ideas, breaking the norms, the standard norms, stepping outside of the comfort zone. Obviously, this is Aries energy here too. A lot of the karmics might think about the divine masculine moving toward taking a leap of faith toward victory in some way, whether that's just like with himself awakening or moving toward his divine feminine, breaking standards. There may be something unconventional about their relationship that the karmic just can't get, don't understand, maybe a religious difference, maybe an age difference, something like that. But the karmic is in her head about the fact that there's some new beginning or opportunity or potential of one. Okay? One more for the Fool and the Six of Wands. Wow. Yes. To clarify the Six of Wands, got the Fool, the karmic, is in their head about the divine masculine taking a leap of faith and the celebration and victory. Okay? And if you look closely, this is very much a problem because a lot of these karmics are very materialistic. They're all about images. Okay? You see the people looking, these karmics are livid because they have invested in this relationship and they don't want to see the divine masculine move toward the divine feminine. That's lost to them. That's, looking foolish to them. You know what I mean? But to clarify this, we got the Eight of Wands, the karmic's in her head about the divine masculine moving forward. She knows that the divine masculine is moving forward. Eight of Wands, fire, energy. Sagittarius, energy. Okay, also possibly Leo or Aries. Okay, so the karmic could be that. Either or. The divine masculine could be either or. And double confirmation, fire. Okay, the karmic is in her head about someone moving fast and furious toward Six of Wands, victory, a committed celebration, possibly a union, a marriage, or just some sort of new beginning, okay? Which is what I already knew, but I love to clarify. What else should we clarify before we get into how the karmic feels about themselves? Okay, clarify the Eight of Cups. Why is the karmic, this current energy, why is she holding on? Why doesn't she want to move forward? Eight of Cups. Please give me one for the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups, please. Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups, please. Clarifying the Eight of Cups is the Nine of Pentacles. The karmic is an Eight of Cups. Anxiety, not wanting to let go of the divine masculine because of money. Wow. Nine of Pentacles. In some form of fashion, the reason why the karmics, some of them, a group of them, have stayed with the divine masculine is because of wanting to have some sense of wealth, some sense of gain from the relationship. Okay, there was some sense of reward coming from this connection that they had. Maybe this is the reason why they were together. Maybe they both were materialistic. Maybe they both had some sort of commitment together, some sort of business endeavor together. But Eight of Cups, the karmic is holding on to the situation because I need to go back to my main area where I do my cards at my beautiful antique table buffet. It's so gorgeous down there, but the last few readings I've been doing up here because just convenient, but it's not a lot of space, so I'll have to reconsider. But the karmic is holding on because the divine masculine in some way owes her money, okay? And she's like I said, a lot of these karmics are, they already know that they're not the empress. They already know that the situation is kind of fruitless. They've been treated badly. They've given up all they can give to the divine masculine because the divine masculine definitely wasn't giving them cups of love, but they were taking pentacles into a karmic that's good enough. if he's staying with the Pentacles, then I'm going to get the Pentacles, and I'm going to make sure he gets the Pentacles, because that's how he's going to stay. Okay, but then with this unexpected turn of events and the Divine's waking up and recognizing, they're not getting anything out of it. So now they're demanding, no, I'm not letting go until I get my money, okay? Until I get what's rightfully mine. Can I get a clarifier for the Page of Cups and the Five of Pentacles? Why is the Page of Cups here? Yeah. The Divine, the Karmic is upset that she's not reaping any of the rewards of her hard efforts in this relationship. The Page of Cups, the Divine Masculine, is going to offer his little offer of love to someone else, and she's left out in the cold with the Five of Pentacles, and it's like, I went through hell for nothing. I'm not seeing any benefits from this. And possibly, like I said, that Page of Cups, it could be, Piscean energy. It could be the Karmic trying to, offer this to someone else, or, but yeah, I definitely see that she's just, not happy with the material gain from this relationship and the loss that ensued from this relationship. Can we clarify the King of Cups and the Three of Swords? Why is the King of Cups here with the Three of Swords? Why is the King of Cups here with the Three of Swords? Why is the Three of Cups here with the Three of Swords? Why is the Three of Cups here with the Three of Swords? Ooh. Why is the Three of Cups here with the King of Swords? Wow. And we have the Five of Pentacles twice, okay? So that's double confirmation that in her current energy, the Karmics are feeling completely left out in the cold. There's a lot of manipulation and guilt going on between the Karmic relationships and the matriarch and the family members. But what about, but don't you know you owe? We did this together. We're in this together. You can't leave me out in the cold. Who do you think you are? Remember who you are. Remember family first. But the Divine Masculine is starting to realize, family or no family, he doesn't want to be in codependent situations any longer, and he's cutting out all of the BS. Clarify the King of Cups and the Three of Swords. He no longer wants to be left out in the cold because he's been codependent on people. And then when the people that he's codependent on tire of him or don't get what they want, he's left out in the cold, having to start anew. No more of that. Okay? No more of that. To clarify the King of Cups and the Three of Swords, we got the Five of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay? No more upholding these crazy conditionings and these ways of life and living that has been put on him for so long. This childhood trauma, guilt, responsibility, undue responsibility. I mean, there's been like insecurities, so much confusion and chaos you know, this is just in family, like just confusion and things that stem from childhood that have made the divine masculine insecure and codependent. And this has rolled over into his relationships with these karmics. And it has caused him to not be strong in his current relationships, that he can't be balanced in his emotions, and that he's afraid to give 100% in confidence, his love, out of fear of being left out in the cold and being rejected, that he can't speak his truth because he's going to somehow be left or hurt, because that's what his mother did to him, or his father did to him, or family members that he was supposed to be able to trust did to him. So the truth is coming out. It's no longer keeping secrets. Okay, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy heavily in this reading, okay? Ace of Swords, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. The Hangman in reverse, okay? This came out with the Ace of Swords and the Five of Pentacles, clarifying the Three of Swords, and the Five of Cups, okay? The Karmics want to create because this is the current energy we're clarifying. Initially, the karmic, you know, was feeling like she didn't want to, you know, go on in this relationship any longer, that it was dead, that it wasn't working, she's not reaping any benefits, you know, she's not getting loved, she's not getting that King of Cups energy, you know, she no longer wants to do the third party situation, it's not serving her, she's not able to control the divine masculine anymore. She was feeling left out in the cold. You know, the Five of Pentacles came out again to clarify that feeling. And it's mutual, you know, on both ends. All right? So the karmics want to create this insecurity in the divine masculine. You know, they're pulling out all the stops to make him feel that he is left out in the cold in regards to his divine feminine, so that he don't speak any truth, that he don't, wow, Mercury retrograde, so that he doesn't speak any truth, and that he stays in the hangman position forever, like he just never makes a choice in regards to her. The karmics would like for the masculine to be in indecision indefinitely, because they don't care either way. They'll take him however he is, and they are going to continue to manipulate because they have all the time in the world. They want to create delays, and they want the divine masculine to miss an opportunity with the divine feminine, because they all know that the divine feminine is very much in her power, and that the divine masculine is stuck in hangman mode, indecisive, being blocked by them, clueless to what's going on, to what's in the food, you know, etc. Then he's going to miss the opportunity to have the confidence that he needs to move forward toward his divine feminine and toward his own destiny and his awakening. Okay. Let's clarify the sun in reverse. This is the conflict that the karmic was dealing with, okay? Her major conflict. Clarify the sun in reverse for the karmic, conflict. Let's clarify the Sun in reverse. Wow. Okay. Ten of Pentacles. So much earth energy. The karmic is definitely a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. But we have everybody out here right now. But it's very heavy with the fire, air, and earth. Okay. Ten of Pentacles clarifying the Sun. Okay. So, like I said, Leo energy here. The conflict for the karmics is that a lot of the karmics are unhappy. Okay. And this goes back to the family members too. They've been unhappy for a long time. Okay. Some of them have never had much in terms of fulfillment. And that has kept them in a dark place. That has made them very materialistic. And a lot of them think that materialistic things are what make true happiness. The conflict for the karmic, as far as relationships, they are just thinking that this situation that they were in, that they find themselves in right now with the divine masculine, has been nothing but pain, no sunshine, loss, burdens, and they're lonely right now, and they have lost a lot of finances, and there's a lot of judgment happening for these karmics right now. Okay? Even if they're not saying it, even if they're not portraying it on social media, they are not happy. You can't be happy with the Sun in reverse and a Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. We're going to clarify the moon, of course, because this is all about the moon cycles and what the karmics are doing behind the scenes during this intense time. Please clarify the moon for us. Spirit, please. Why is the moon here? Why is the moon here in the karmics conflict? Why is the moon here? We got the Nine of Wands in reverse, the Six of Swords, and the Star. Major conflict for the karmic, clarifying the moon, is the Nine of Wands in reverse, fire energy, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, Six of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and the Star card, Aquarius energy. The karmic can definitely be an Aquarius, air sign, fire sign. Conflict is that no matter how many bumps and bruises, how much manipulation and mind control and trickery that they have dealt toward people, especially the divine masculine and also the divine feminine. There has been some sort of courage and persistence within the divine masculine. What they don't realize is that it's just the divine is stepping in and giving him the strength he needs to move forward. The divine masculine is taking whatever dignity, I see those people as actual, not really people, but just whatever dignity he has left, whatever he has left from his childhood traumas and his karmic relationships, and he's still moving forward. He's moving forward, and he's still trying to head toward his star, okay? He's headed toward the light. He's headed toward something that truly makes him happy, that truly balances him. Oh, I can't even speak. Mercury retrograde, oh my God. He's heading toward what truly balances him out. Okay, he's going toward renewal and hope and clarity. And this could be his dreams. This can be just another whole way of life and thinking. And this is a huge conflict for the karmics, especially the mother or the matriarchic person in the family, or just people in general that just don't want to see this person vibe higher. They don't care about love. You think, okay, this is my child, this is my family member, this is my soulmate, I love this person, I want the best for them. No. Karmics only care about manipulating and control and what serves their good, not the highest good of those around them and themselves, just them. And some of these karmic situations, mothers, relationships, people, they have very traumatic pasts. Some have never ever had anybody help them pursue their dreams or encourage them, and that's all they know. So they don't care. They will do manipulation and mind control and witchery and just pure manipulation to keep the divine masculine right on the lower vibrations that they are on. Okay, but the divine masculine, despite, you know, these bruises and bumps and just hell that he's been through, and some of these divine masculines will not even tell you all the things they've been through, but they've been through a lot. And they somehow find the courage to keep going toward their dreams, and possibly their divine feminine who balances them out, who is like water to them, who refreshes them, replenishes them, like the star of their universe. And he's still making his way there. He's still moving forward. And that's huge conflict for the karmics. And coming out of these eclipses, like I said before, there's going to be truth. There are going to be some secrets revealed. Mark my word. Okay? Somebody's coming out of their shell. Somebody's going to be loyal. Somebody's going to be free and wild like a wolf. The truth is going to be illuminated. And there's going to be freedom to move forward. No more illusions. I love it. Guys, we're at 1 hour and 4 minutes. Okay. Gotta clarify the lovers. Clarify the lovers, please, for us. The Lovers in reverse. Why is that in the karmic's major conflict? Why is the Lovers in the karmic's major conflict? One more. Yeah, Divine Masculine came out. I knew he was going to come out, guys. Emperor in reverse, Aries energy, Divine Masculine energy. The conflict for the karmic is that Page of Wands, lots of fire. The karmic doesn't want the Divine Masculine to make plans to pursue this twin flame union. He doesn't want, they don't want the Divine Masculine to recognize this connection. And they're doing whatever they can do to block the Divine Masculine from embodying this powerful, dominant Emperor energy. They want to keep him, especially the matriarch. They want to keep the Divine Masculine at a page level. They don't want him to be dependent upon himself and grow in spirituality and to be this emperor, because it's going to make them feel left out in the cold, and they know that this is what's going to create this, and that is their greatest fear. Clarify the Tower. Clarify the Tower. Yeah. The conflict is that the karmics want to work hard at causing some sort of upheaval and betrayal. They want the Divine Masculine to stay in this energy of deception and irresponsibility so that a tower moment can happen in his life and cause confusion. But I honestly think that because this is the conflict, the major conflict for the karmic, that this is the divine stepping in, putting an end to the betrayal and the deception. That they're no longer going to get away with this deceptive energy, their games and their trickery and their witchery and their blockages, because the divine is stepping in to tear it all down so that things can be rebuilt again. Karma is coming for these actions. And Saturn is in retrograde until the fall. So you can't take away someone's free will. You can't. When you think you're getting away with stuff like that, this is what happens. The Tower. Okay, we just want to clarify the Temperance, and then we're going to move on to how the karmic feels about herself, the divine masculine and the divine feminine, and then we're going to go into what's not being said by the karmic. Clarify the Temperance. Clarify the Temperance. It's way too many, but we'll take them. Okay. The major conflict is that there is a huge imbalance, okay? There's a huge imbalance going on with these karmics right now. They don't know what's going on. They're thrown off of their kilter with frustration about how their tricks and manipulation isn't working the way it used to. They don't know what approach to take in regards to the divine masculine. To clarify that, we got the 10 of Cups in reverse, Page of Swords in reverse, 8 of Cups, okay? We got the 8 of Cups in reverse in the current energy of the karmic, meaning that they were still holding on to something. It got clarified by the 9 of Pentacles. The karmics were holding on to the divine masculine because money is old, or because there is some sort of imbalance in money. But now in the conflict, 8 of Cups, meaning someone's moving forward. The conflict, Temperance came after the Tower, and the universe is stepping in to stop the betrayal and the blockages and cause some shaking up and karma and all of that. Temperance is in reverse. So the major conflict is that despite how hard they are working at 10 of Wands, trying to keep the divine masculine stuck and blocking his finances and keeping him burdened so that he cannot feel confident enough to move forward in a way and toward his divine masculine, toward his divine feminine, and toward opportunity. Despite those efforts, the major conflict for the karmics is that while they've been busy working their tricks, the divine has kept the divine masculine away from the divine feminine, okay? And in that, he's been left with the karmics, and he has been able to see that the people around him that had negative things to say about the divine feminine are the ones who don't give from their hearts. The divine feminine gave and didn't expect anything in return. Okay? Six of Pentacles. The divine feminine gave, didn't expect anything in return. She was selfless, but the people that talked negatively about her, that tried to block her and to block him from her, are the ones who are greedy and selfish and who are judgmental and cruel. So the karmic's conflict is that they're working hard to put down the divine feminine, working hard to block the divine masculines, finances, to make him feel low, to keep him from the divine feminine. And all the while, the divine is working behind the scenes to make him realize that the ones who are still around him without the divine feminine in sight are the ones who he needs to be aware of. There is no 10 of Cups in the situations that he's in. Just broken relationships and neglect. Just totally misalignment. He's recognizing these things now. Page of Swords in reverse. Everything is annoying him right now. He's hasty. He's not making good decisions. And this has nothing to do with the divine feminine. And the karmics are realizing that the divine masculine is being guided by the divine, and he's starting to open up his eyes to what's really happening despite all of their tricks. The conflict for the karmic is that the divine masculine is really moving on. You see the moon? It's like an eclipse kind of thing going on there. It's perfect for this time frame. The conflict for the karmics is that the divine masculine is aware of the toxicity that's all around him. And he's moving forward past the 8 of Cups to get his 9th cup of fulfillment. And then hopefully he will be able to turn this upside down as he goes to seek true fulfillment in his life. He's listening to his intuition and to the divine, and that is the conflict. Okay, so guys, if we can get through this reading, okay. We're going to ask, how does the karmic feel about herself? Other than 5 of Cups and 8 of Swords, which is the overall energy. How does the karmic feel about herself? How does the karmic feel about herself? The karmic feels as if there's mental conflict, that her selfish, entitled actions only has created a clearer path for the divine masculine to go towards the divine feminine. The Wheel of Fortune. Astrological correlation to the Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter, the planet